I might have just hit the jackpot early on this year with the best discovery of this year. And I'm talking about Jusbox 54 review coming right up. Stay tuned. What is going on, guys, and welcome again to another video. And in today's video, it is a fragrance review of one of the newest fragrances that came out later last year, 2024. So basically it just came out in a couple of months. But I barely just discovered it early on this year, 2025, on January. And I'm talking about Jusbox 54. It is all about music and art, and I really appreciate that with Jusbox. Look how gorgeous that vinyl cap is. But before we dive into the meat and potato of this fragrance right here, please don't forget to show me some love by liking this video. Click that subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it to not miss any of my fragrance reviews in the future. Let me know what is your neck of the wood, where are you watching me from, and what is your scent of the day? My scent of the day is Jusbox 54. What is yours? I'm curious. Don't forget to share this video and check out the links down below in case if you just want to save yourself a buck or two. So without making this video way too long, let's just start off with the opening. And let's remind ourselves of the opening one more time of Jusbox 54. Look at this sprayers, and I sprayed way too much. This is a very strong scent. This is a treat of a fragrance starting from the opening. The opening is very rich with the rum and tobacco and divana. It's green. And that pina colada just gives it a little bit of a tropical feel. Cardamom is big too with a lot of cinnamon. All that it's hugged big time from their big brother, patchouli. You're just gonna have to love spicy fragrances though. And when I say spicy, I'm talking about cinnamon and cardamom, especially for the opening. Cinnamon is gonna be the star of the show. It's gonna last through and through till the very end. But the cardamom is big in the opening. Mixed with that boozy rum just gives it that richness, and it just reminds me of something Tom Ford will do. The opening smells like a Tom Ford fragrance, seriously, which is a big plus for me, especially if you love rum and fragrances. You better try this opening out. So Jusbox 54 is doing its own thing with that opening. It doesn't smell like anything I personally know per se, but once this fragrance starts to dry down a little bit, and once it starts transitioning into the mid, it just starts to remind me of a couple of fragrances. It reminds me a lot of Ouverture by XERJOFF just because of that cinnamon and vanilla. And the more this fragrance dries down, the more it reminds me of Ouverture. And if you're familiar with Ouverture, Ouverture is all about vanilla and cinnamon. Great fragrance. I personally loved Ouverture at a certain point in life, but it's just very linear to my liking, vanilla and cinnamon. A great combo that works perfectly together. But if I want to drop that hefty price point on a fragrance, it just needs to give me more than that. And that's what I discovered with 54 here by Jusbox. It's not just Ouverture by XERJOFF. It is also very gourmandy at a certain phase of this fragrance also. This one will give you some hints of gourmands at certain phases, just because of that chocolate and rum combined together, and vanilla. It makes you feel that you're tasting chocolate-filled rum. It just tastes like that. So if you're into those boozy chocolatey chocolates, this is a great interpretation of that when this fragrance starts to dry down. Vanilla also starts to kick in and makes it sweet with that cinnamon, and just makes you feel or just taste a Cinnabon. So imagine a Cinnabon and chocolate-filled rum combined together. That's how this fragrance smells when it starts to dry down a little bit. And it's already started to do that. Let this fragrance settle in your skin for like half an hour or so. And once it starts to go to the mid, it starts to smell a lot like Carlisle. So if you are familiar with Carlisle, patchouli and vanilla, done very right. One of my most sensual fragrances that I personally love. This one smells a lot like Carlisle. But on steroids, this one is just beast moding. This one is very strong, and Carlisle nowadays, it lacks in terms of performance. So if you just wanted something that would remind you of Carlisle, but way more complex, this is a pretty good alternative. It also reminds me of one of my favorite going out scents, and I'm talking about Black Phantom by Kilian. It is just that chocolate patchouli vanilla combo with a lot more things going on. It just gives me hints of Black Phantom. This scent is very complex and it just reminds you of certain great fragrances combined together in a very good way. Number 1, definitely Ouverture by XERJOFF. 2, the gourmandy aspect, Cinnabon and chocolate filled with rum. 3, Carlisle for sure. And 4, Black Phantom. And a little bit of Pina Colada on top, just to give it a little bit of a tropical feel. So if you combine everything all together and just mix it up in a blender, it just gives you this. And this is effing awesome. And that mid-note stays like for 6 hours. Literally one of the longest mid-notes I ever seen in a fragrance. To that certain point that I thought, that's it, this is it, that's the whole fragrance. And I was wrong. After bajillion hours, and when this fragrance goes to the base and last note, then it's all about cinnamon, patchouli, and vanilla. So it becomes like Carlisle by Parfums de Marly married XERJOFF Ouverture. And that combination of these two fragrances, that's how this fragrance really settled into. Beautiful base that I haven't reached yet because I only been wearing this fragrance for like about 4 hours or so. But I'm still enjoying that mid-complex note that it lasts forever. When it comes to the performance of this scent, this is a beast mode. This is a commitment. If you wear this fragrance, and I only encourage you to put 4 sprays, that's a sweet spot. Expect 24 hours in terms of the longevity. Projection also is pretty big. People would smell you from distance. Especially that this fragrance is very thick with very thick notes and it leaves great sillage behind you, and if you just move from point A to point B, this fragrance would linger in point A even though you're not on point A no more. It is definitely a statement piece if you're an extrovert. If you love to go out and about at night, this one would land you compliments for sure. People have been fighting over this scent on my household. I want to wear it today. I want to wear it next. I want to wear it next. That's how crazy this fragrance is. Versatility for this fragrance, it's lacking. It's having a purpose, one purpose only, but it's just doing it perfectly. This is a fall-winter scent, period. Nighttime, period. Going out, period. You can get away with it with 2 sprays only to make it as a date scent, but just don't spray more than that because this fragrance is pretty strong. When it comes to the price point, $300, it's a bit steep. But if you spend $300 on a statement piece, I personally think this is totally worth it. Especially that you don't need to spray as much. This bottle would last you forever. This is definitely one of my favorite fragrances that I've smelled early on this year. So would I recommend for you to drop that moolah to buy this fragrance if you're a man? Absolutely. If you just want to be Casanova and Don Juan de Marco, get this one. It's pretty effing awesome. So this is pretty much it, guys, with today's review. Let me know in the comment section down below. Have you tried 54 by Jusbox before? And what do you think of what I just told you about this fragrance in this video? Are you as excited? Because I am instead of you. Don't forget to show me some love by liking this video. Click that subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it to not miss any of this guys in his top 10s in the future. And fragrance reviews also. Check out the links with my favorite fragrances if you just want to save yourself a buck or two. Don't forget to share this video with all your smelly friends in a good way. And see you guys next time. Peace.